What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Mark Dark, and I'm back with another video. If you're new, if you love power, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, like the video, and leave your theories, comments, everything down below. Now today we're going to be talking about Power Book 3, Raising Kanan, Season 2, Episode 6. This is the recap. Now I'm going to try my best to focus on all the key points in this episode. If I miss anything, you guys let me know down below. And man, how you feel about your boy Crown Camacho? He didn't make it. He did not make it this episode. We know Lulu took him out, and we are officially smoking on that crown pack. And the crazy thing about this is we know Zisa popped up at the end of the episode talking about what we gonna do now and stuff like that. What y'all think gonna happen with this? You know what I'm saying? Should Lulu be watching her now? Can she be trusted? Well, I'm gonna tell you right now, she's definitely not a person you can trust, because no one can be trusted. But I told you guys last night in my quick thoughts, early impressions, Lulu don't even know a whole lot about Zisa. He's attracted to her, but for him to put that type of trust in her, you know, trying to figure out this whole crown thing and what they're gonna do next, that's a mistake. He has to watch her. She's a liability in my opinion, and I would not be surprised if she causes some issues down the line, but we're definitely gonna find out in the future. But in this episode, your boy Unique, he made his move and it worked. He's, of course, moving up in the world, y'all. Do y'all believe Unique is done? I don't think so. I can just tell just by the way he's looking, he's making those little smirks. This is all a part of his game plan, and this game plan is probably still at the very beginning. Rock, at least she's understanding, like, okay, I know what time it is. He's making moves. Rorel can't be trusted. And how do y'all feel about Rorel? I mean, this dude was talking about, I'm loyal. Like, really? Come on, man. Like, you know you ain't loyal. And eventually, we gonna be smoking on that Rorel pack. I am tired of that dude, man. I can't wait until that episode. Whenever it happens, I know I'm gonna be happy as hell. But we gonna jump right into it, man. We gonna get into this recap. As I told you guys, I'm gonna try my best to focus on all the key points. If I miss anything, y'all let me know down below. So what do we see in episode 6? It starts out with Rock telling everybody that, look, the Italians, yes, they are an issue, but we're going to get over them. We're not going to let the Italians push us out of New Jersey. That's just not happening. If we let them do that, everybody else thinks they're going to be able to do it to us, and we ain't doing that. We're going to continue to expand. We will figure this thing out, right? And I guess, I mean, if this works, so be it, but we already know it's going to be some consequences for Rock's actions and the things that she's trying to do. Lulu was like, hell nah. You know what I'm saying? The things that we are doing, you know, having these issues with the Italians is probably not even worth it, you know, doing business in New Jersey. And Marvin, he's feeling the same way as well. You know what I'm saying? He's like, look, I don't think it's worth it either. And they continue to tell Rock this, but she has this vision that they can take over the world. You know what I'm saying? They can take over the world, like Pinky and the Brain up in here. Now, Rock tells Kanan, like, look, he's back in. She's letting everybody know that Kanan is back into the picture and he's going to start doing some things. Lulu looking at Kanan like, really? Like, you sure you want to do this? Kanan is talking about, well, that's what we do. Lulu looked at him like, dude, that's what she does. You know what I'm saying? Lulu understands what time it is. He knows how dangerous and crazy Rock is. And hell, Kanan should understand this as well. Now, we know Marvin in this episode, numerous of times he was talking about Tony Deep. He was talking to the guy at the club about Tony Deep. Of course, the conversation was about her fiance, and he just wants to know more details about this dude. I'm going to tell you right now, as I stated last night, as I stated earlier on in the week, Marvin's going to make his move. He's going to do something to Tony Deep or her fiance. I just got that funny feeling it's bound to happen. Now, we saw Rorel in the episode. He's telling Rock how loyal he is, which we know that's not the case. Rock even told him, people that say that, that's the type of people that you got to watch out for. So she knows she can't trust him. She's going to continue to watch him, and she understands that he is making moves behind her back, working with Unique. But Rorel is telling her about the Italians and how Unique has a connection with the Italians, and, you know, maybe Unique can help fix this issue with them and everything can be good. But, you know, Rock is like, okay, it is what it is. She will have that conversation with Unique, but she is looking at this whole thing like, okay, so he set all this up from the very beginning. Now, Rock tells Kanan once again that he's going to have a high position of power down the line in this organization. She really wants Kanan to see her vision, right, on how she thinks this organization can be as far as expanding and going different routes to different places, right? But I know it's hard for Kanan to believe everything that Rock is saying just based off what she's told him in the past and what he's found out. I will be second guessing everything she is telling me. Now, we get to Thursday, Detective Burke, and she said, you know what? I need to search Detective Howard's file. I need to find out exactly what he's been up to. I need to see his life history. She sees a gap in his file between 74 and 76, and she learns that Detective Howard was working undercover back in those years, and it sparked something in her. You already know what she about to do. This girl about to go digging for more dirt. Hell, in this episode, she continues to follow Detective Howard just to see what new information she can get. And y'all let me know, do y'all think Detective Burke is going to have a conversation with Sam, the crackhead, and, maybe he may tell her some things he remembered, especially after this episode, seeing how he was staring at Kanan. Now, Detective Howard was pissed off this episode because he was supposed to meet up with Kanan. They were supposed to be eating and probably talking about some more information about Rock. But it seems like Kanan was too busy kicking it with Famous and getting robbed by those neighborhood kids. Now we get to your boy Unique. We know Rorel told Rock about the Italians and that connection that Unique has. Unique is telling Lulu that, look, I think you miss Rorel on purpose. Maybe you done got a little bit soft. And we know Lulu ain't been the same. I told you guys this last night. Lulu ain't been the same since early season 1. You know what I'm saying? And he doesn't really want to do this no more. So, of course, he's not going to have that same energy when it comes to this whole drug game. Now, we know Unique and Rock have a conversation about the Italians. Rock is telling him, look, you owe me a favor, and I need you, to set up a meeting with the Italians, and help me out, help squash all of this. And she tells Unique that they're going to be carpooling, and they're going to do it all together. Unique, this is what he's wanted, y'all. We know Unique's been plotting and planning. This was all a part of his game plan to get right back to where he wants to be, and he's not done with this whole game plan. I told you guys this. Unique's next move needs to be his best move, because if he slips up, it's going to be bad for somebody, right? And seeing that Rock is aware of what Unique is doing, and, she stated that all of a sudden Unique is useful. Like, all of a sudden, out of nowhere, this dude is useful. It does not add up. He is definitely, working on something. So I'm expecting her to make those proper adjustments in these later episodes, and hopefully everything can go good. But from the looks of it, Unique definitely won this round in this episode. Now we get to Jukebox in Kenya, and Jukebox is trying on dresses. Deep down inside, you can tell Jukebox, she's not trying to do this, but we know she's probably just doing it to get her mother's approval, just to bond with her mom, and just to be a good daughter, right? She doesn't really probably want to cause any issues as of right now. But you can hear Kenya talking about how Jukebox should look. I believe she was talking about, this is how a lady should look or whatever. Used to be dressed up, looking nice and stuff like that. Now, you guys let me know. Did y'all think Kenya was doing too much as far as trying to get Jukebox to dress up and, look a certain way? I mean, at the end of the day, she doesn't know who her daughter really is for real. And we know she's deep in the church, and we know how they are. So when she finds out about Jukebox, the real Jukebox, it's going to be some issues in my opinion. And we're going to see if Kenya really wants to be in her daughter's life. Now, we get to Marvin. He's at anger management therapy. And, for the first time, to me, it seems like Marvin is having a good time in his session. And he's full of energy. He's telling Miss Renee that he's been using the techniques that she's been showing him. And, he's just working. He's working on improving himself. She was happy. She likes that he is using those techniques and that he's opening up a little bit more. And I believe it's just a matter of time before the two end up hooking up, just based on that chemistry we continue to see throughout these episodes. Now we get back to Kenya and Jukebox. They're walking. Of course, they was out there shopping, probably about to go get something to eat. We see Jukebox old homies. They, walk up on her, and they were surprised that she was dressed like that. And they were surprised that she's, of course, spending money on clothes. And once Kenya told him, like, look, I am Laverne's mother, he said, oh, hell nah, I got to get up out of here. I will catch you when I catch you, right? But as he's leaving, he tells Jukebox, like, man, who knew she was this fine or whatever? So Jukebox liked that. She liked that compliment. She likes that, people are looking at her thinking that she's attractive. So now she's like, okay, we can go get something to eat now. She was feeling it. And she was probably like, man, maybe moms is right. Dressing up like this is definitely going to give me more attention. And based on how this scene looked, Jukebox, she's liking that attention. Now, we get to Unique. The Italians rock. They all meet up, and Unique, he's the man. You know what I'm saying? This whole game plan has played out in his favor. Of course, he's able to squash the issues between the Italians and Rock. And it seems like Sal Buscemi is telling Rock, like, look, I will cut the interest down so you don't have to pay as much as before when we had this conversation. And it seems like Rock is going to agree with that. And we know Sal Buscemi, he wants Unique to run New Jersey. He tells Rock, like, look, I want somebody that I can trust running this area. So we know Rock promised this area to somebody else, and that's going to change. Unique will be running it, and the only way this whole thing is going to work is if she agrees with everything. So I guess that's what's going to happen. And as I told you guys, this is all a part of Unique's game plan to get back at the top. Now, Marvin once again is talking about, Westchester. We know that's where Tony Deep Throat lives, right? So he's talking to Marco Buscemi about, of course, Eddie Murphy. This whole scene had me cracking up. Every time Marvin is on camera, the dude had me cracking up. But they keep bringing up Westchester for a reason. As I told you guys, I believe they're bringing it up because Marvin will end up going out there, and most likely he's going to do something to Tony Deep Throat or her fiance. Now, Sal Buscemi and Rock, they shake hands. Everything is agreed upon. Everything should be good as far as their deal, right? Now, Rock tells Unique, like, look, you plotted and planned all of this. I know you did. And she tells Unique, like, this is the long game. You know what I'm saying? It ain't about how you start. It's about how you finish. Your boy Unique was talking about how he felt like he hit the buzzer beater, right? So he feels like he's up. He feels like he's, getting back to the top spot at least. But we know it ain't over yet. I'm expecting Rock to make those proper adjustments. And I told you guys, I believe Unique will make another move. And we're going to see if Rock is going to be able, to counter those moves. But it just depends on, what Unique actually wants to do with this. I mean, there's no issues with the Italians as of right now. But I'm expecting some more issues to pop off later on in the season. Now, Kanan is supposed to drop off this money. He got one job, y'all. One job, and he's back in it, right? But it's crazy because the first day that he's back in it, he ends up getting robbed. Freddie and his homeboys, they come in, they catch Kanan and Famous slipping, and Kanan is telling him, like, look, dude, you messing up, like, you don't want to do this. But Freddie don't give a damn. Freddie is about that life, and it seems like he's about getting that money, whether he has to jack Kanan or not. He gonna get it. Now, I will give Kanan props because Kanan wasn't scared at all. And at least he was warning the dude, like, look, you messing up. You know what I'm saying? You are messing up. Just imagine if Kanan would have told Rock about this, that Freddie pulled out a strap on him and took the money. Even though Rock would be pissed off at Kanan because all of this happened, I'm going to tell you right now, Freddie would have been up out of here just like that. Now, Kanan believes, like, man, I can, handle this myself. I'm going to get our money back. Ain't no way he's going to be able to just do this to me. And Famous is like, look, Famous is ready to just bow down, talking about maybe he was right and maybe this is just how the world works. Oh, hell nah. It ain't happening like that. You were just rapping about the streets need a body, and now you mean to tell me you're going to sit up here and allow this to just go down like this and not want to do anything? I mean, at least wanting to do something would have been a better answer, but Famous is like, hell nah, Freddie don't play. And I'm thinking, like, Freddie don't play? You must not know who Kanan is. Kanan don't play. And in this episode, he showed you exactly what time it was, because he's telling Famous, like, look, we gonna get our money back. Ain't no way in the hell this dude gonna sit up there and run game on us, and we just gonna sit up here and allow it to happen. Things like this, yes, it does happen, but Kanan is like, it ain't supposed to be happening to me. It ain't gonna happen to me, and I will get this cash back. Now, Rock meets up with Cartier Duns, and she wants to know, where he's doing business at, because where they're at right now, everything is pretty much filled up. It ain't really no spots for nobody new. But he tells her he's been doing business in D.C. I believe he mentioned Baltimore. And he states that, those areas, they're willing to pay whatever he wants because it's not easy to get product. So Cartier Duns is definitely doing his thing. I mean, as he stated, he is a monopoly. This dude is putting in that work. But Cartier Duns had me cracking up. The guy came out talking about he's going to need a hand with, loading this package into his car. And Cartier Duns, man, he hit him with a slap out of nowhere. And he said, well, that's your hand, bitch. Had me cracking up. I'm looking like, man, I know that dude was shook after that. This dude Cartier, he don't be playing around, and I want to see more of his character. But I'm going to tell you right now, Rock is definitely, picking up some of his, ideas on expansion and how he operates his whole business. You guys let me know down below. How do y'all see this all playing out? Will things continue to be good with Cartier Duns and Rock? Or will something major happen that's going to, of course, mess everything up for them? Then we get to Zisa and Lulu. And Zisa, she's in there flirting with Lulu. She is trying to get his attention, trying to let him know that he can get it. But Lulu, he plays it off cool. Zisa does tell him that Cartier is going to take her somewhere else if her song does not get played on the radio soon. And Lulu tells her he's going to get on it. Everything's going to be good. She does ask him why he ended up giving Jukebox's song to her. And Lulu was talking about, look, y'all just sing it differently or whatever. But it definitely seemed like she wanted Lulu to kiss her. And he said, you know what? I'm not going to do that right now. I'm going to keep it all business. But you already know Lulu is definitely feeling Zisa. And in this episode, Zisa made sure to let Lulu know that she's feeling him as well. Now we get to Kanan, Famous, and Corinne. They need some weapons, y'all. They ain't got no weapons. They trying to get payback. And Corinne can't help them out at all. But guess who can help them out? Her mama. Palomar, she gets right to it. She was listening. She understands what Kanan was really looking for. And she didn't waste no time at all by giving him that strap. Talking about this is what you're going to, could use to help you out, right? And right after she gives him the strap, she gives him a kiss on the cheek. Talking about it gets real hot in that kitchen. I don't want you to get burned. So it seems like she's looking out for him. But as I told you guys, I don't trust everything that she's doing. And, I guess we're going to find out if she's up to something as these episodes continue to air out. But you guys let me know. What do y'all think about Palomar and her moves? Do y'all think she's doing too much? Or is she really just trying to help Kanan? What we do know is this. She's a damn freak. Now, after Kanan gets the strap, he goes, meets back up with Freddie and catches him slipping. And now it is time to get his money back. But this time around, he ain't playing around. He beats the crap out of this dude, man. And Famous has to get Kanan up off of him because if he didn't, he probably would have killed him. I mean, I guess Kanan said, look, I'm going to make sure I prove a point to make these guys know that, look, I do not play around and to never do this ever again. And he definitely got the point. He definitely got the point. He's not going to try this again, in my opinion. Well, I guess we're going to find out. I mean, what you guys think? Y'all think your boy Freddie's going to try to seek revenge on Kanan? After he saw that money, he was like, look, they ain't the type of business I'm trying to get in. But it's a little bit too late for that. Don't steal and then talk about, oh, I ain't really know what y'all was all about. Like, it's a little bit too late. You should have already knew what time it was. You took the bag. You wanted these problems. Well, now it's time to suffer these consequences. And soon as Famous and Kanan leaves, the boys end up catching them slipping. Famous falls. He gets caught with the book bag full of money. So now we back at it again. Back to square zero. Kanan has to figure out a way to get Famous up out of there along with the money. And he goes back. He tells Marvin and of course Rock that Famous got hemmed up. He doesn't tell them about the money, but he's hoping that Rock can get him up out of there. But Rock is like, hell nah, that's not our issue. We ain't got nothing to do with that. His family is going to have to help him out, which end up pissing off Kanan that much more because now he really has to figure out how to handle this on his own once again. Now, Rock does tell Marvin about, Kenya coming back into Jukebox's life and, Jukebox going to see her. And Marvin was upset. He was pissed off. But Rock was like, look, man, I had to tell you. And she confronts him about Marvin putting his hands on Jukebox like she's a dude out there on those streets, right? She didn't like that. And she tells him if you do it again, she's going to kill him herself. She doesn't play about that. And she states that, look, I helped raise Jukebox and I love her. And you putting your hands on her is like putting your hands on me. She felt that and she didn't like it, right? And Marvin states that he messed up. He is trying to fix things and it will not happen again. Now we get to Detective Burke and her girlfriend Adina. Burke is telling her everything about Detective Howard and what he's been through and how she does not necessarily trust him, seeing that he was undercover and he's used to, keeping secrets and stuff. Now, Adina, she's not really trying to talk about that. She's more concerned about their relationship. She tells Burke she does not want to get hurt again. She wants to stay there overnight. And it seems like the two are connecting once again on a deep level. I'm going to tell you right now, Detective Burke gonna mess this up. She's going to mess this up. I just got that funny feeling just based off how that scene went. She's promising Adina certain things that's probably not going to happen. It's not going to end well. But Detective Burke made sure she ate that box for old time's sake. She's trying to make sure she's feeling real good, at least for right now. Now, Marvin, he sees Jukebox. She's, of course, in the dress. He's talking about the last time that he saw her in the dress. Jukebox ain't trying to listen to him. She's completely annoying him once again. And you already know this pissed Marvin off. Now, Kanan at the family dinner is talking about how Famous is locked up and ain't nobody doing nothing about it. Rock has to let him know she's already talked with him about it. And she ain't doing nothing about this. His mom's is going to have to help him out. She ain't having it, right? Then we get to Famous. He's locked up. He's in there rapping. And this guy, he steps up to him. I thought him and Famous was about to fight. And Famous is running his mouth talking about, I ain't the one or whatever. And he ends up telling Famous that his music is straight up garbage. Talking about the streets need a body. He ain't going for any of that. All that stuff is flat out garbage to him. Famous felt some type of way about that. And all he can do is just look out them bars like, man, I want to get the hell up out of here. Well, you better probably close your mouth because you could have easily get jumped up in there. Now, after Jukebox ignores Marvin once again, Kanan decides to tell Marvin the full story about what happened with the money and also Famous. And Marvin's like, man, this is crazy. Like, you need to be telling your mom about this money because once she counts it and realizes it's short, she's going to be pissed off. But Kanan ain't trying to do that. He's like, look, he already got the money back from the guys that stole it in the first place. And then, of course, the cops took it. He's believing that these cops will give the money back if they can get Famous out. Marvin is like, man, look, those dirty cops probably going to split that money and use it for themselves. Now, Marvin states that he is not getting involved in any of this. He's not going to give Kanan the assist. And that Rock, is on Lulu's case, not his case. And that's exactly how he wants to keep it. And then we get to Rock and Lulu, and I was surprised that Rock told Lulu the truth. She told him that Crown Camacho went behind his back to try to take him out of the music game. And she states that Lulu, maybe it is true that he missed Rorel on purpose. We know Lulu is not really trying to do this anymore. He's not trying to kill people. I mean, it's in him still. But once Rock told him about Crown going behind his back to take him out the music business, that set a trigger. That lit that fire that was always there, but I guess he needed somebody to light it because once she told him that, it was like a switch got hit. That man is like, okay, I see what time it is. Y'all want the old Lulu back? Y'all talking about I'm soft and this and that. Well, I guess it is time to show you guys exactly who I really am. Now, Marvin goes and meets up with Kenya. He wants to have a conversation with her and wants to know why in the hell she decided to return. And we already know Marvin doesn't want her being in Jukebox's life. He tells her she can just leave pretty much. Now, Kenya, she's trying to say sorry. She wants to be in Jukebox's life. She's not here for money. And of course, she's just trying to, do good. Now, y'all leave y'all predictions on what y'all think is going to happen down the line. We already talked about how Kenya most likely is not going to like Jukebox's sexuality and the things that she likes. But as of right now, Kenya and Jukebox, they're clicking. But I think it's just a matter of time before everything really blows up. Now, we get to Rock, Unique, and Damon. And remember, a few episodes back, Rock told Damon that he's going to be running things out there. But this time around, it's just business. And she tells him, like, look, Unique will be running things out here. You will be his lieutenant. We know he was pissed off. He's like, oh, hell nah. I ain't doing that at all. And he pretty much just got up out of there. Unique is laughing. But I'm going to tell you right now, this Damon character, do not be surprised if he comes back and if he will be a problem. Because that's exactly what I think is going to happen. He's not going to take what just happened lightly, in my opinion. Now, Famous is finally free. We know Kanan went to Detective Howard. And he used Detective Howard's, power to get exactly what he needed. And that was Famous out. And of course, all the money counted for. And the whole time we can see people watching him. The crackhead Sam, he's watching, looking like he is remembering what happened that night Detective Howard got shot. You guys let me know, do y'all think he's going to be a problem? From the looks of it, most likely he is. Thursday Detective Burke, she's out there watching Detective Howard's every single move, plotting and planning, looking for the perfect opportunity to get exactly what she needs and to confront him about what really happened. Now, Detective Howard was pissed off. He tells Kanan, if we plan to meet up somewhere, I need you to be there. And he ends up giving Kanan like a note with answers to questions that he may still have. And I can't wait to see his reactions to these things. And we already know Kanan is definitely going to second guess everything that Rock does and tells him. Now, we can see Famous over there trying to spit game to these girls. Detective Howard's like, man, your homie, he's a straight up clown. But we already know that's just who Famous is. Now, we get to the end of the episode. Crown Camacho and Lulu, they have a conversation. Lulu confronts him, right, about the Jessica thing. And of course, he confronts him about going behind his back, trying to get him out the music game by talking to Rock or whatever. And Crown, he did not hold back at all. He continued to run his mouth, telling Lulu that he cannot do this without him. He was just pretty much downplaying Lulu. Now, I told you guys, some of the things that he was saying were true, but it's how he was saying it. And he just continued to press and press and press, telling Lulu that all he's ever going to be is Rock's baby brother. And that pushed Lulu over the edge. He couldn't take it anymore. And as Kanan, aka your boy 50 Cent, said, hurt niggas. Your boy Lulu decided to take out Crown Camacho, and he choked this dude out. He choked him out. He put him to sleep. That boy Crown Camacho, he gonna need a pillow, because Lulu wasn't playing. That was an intense scene between the two, and you can just tell the look on Lulu's face that he's back. You know what I'm saying? He's been tired of everybody running their mouth about him, and we gonna see, I guess, in the second half of the season, if Lulu's gonna keep that same energy, right? Now, as Lulu has finished off Crown Camacho, we see Zisa walk up talking about, well, what we gonna do with him now. So now she's a part of this. You know what I'm saying? You have entered the game. And as I told you guys, she has to be very careful. Lulu has to be even more careful around her, because we don't know all the details about Zisa and how dangerous she really can be. And if she's even used to things like this. I guess as these episodes air out, we get a little bit more intel on Zisa. But as of right now, her and Lulu's connection is going to be very, very interesting to see how their connection will grow as these episodes air out. I know Lulu will suffer some consequences because he took out Crown. Based on the episode 7 trailer, it seems like some things are going to happen to Lulu, and maybe taking out Crown will yield some bad consequences for him. And I want to know how Cartier Duns is going to feel about all these things that's happening. But you guys let me know, man. How did you feel about episode 6? It was solid. I really enjoyed the episode. Crown Camacho is not here anymore. We smoking on that Crown pack. Hopefully, we can be smoking on that Royale pack soon. And I can't wait to see what's going to happen next with the Italians and Rock. And, you know, what your boy Unique got in stored for her. Because you already know he ain't done yet. He is definitely not done yet. And I also want to see what's going to happen with Kanan, these secrets, and Rock, and her lion, Detective Howard. It means a lot of different things going. So it's going to be a very interesting second half of the season. But I want to thank you guys once again for all the love, all the support. And I will catch y'all on the next one. But let me get up on out of here, man. It's your boy Mark Dark. I'm out. Peace.